Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome to episode 77 of Geeking and Drinking. We have some awesome beers and a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's just get this started. Hey guys, what's going on? Like I said, welcome to another episode of Geeking and Drinking. I'm Eddie.
Steven.
And right off the back, I'm just going to say, like, if you hear like some staticky noise or like a little clicking, we're having some sort of issue. I don't know what it is though, but just in case you hear it, you know, it comes and goes, but hopefully it'll stay gone. But yeah, man, like I said, I mean, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of trailers. There's a lot of trailers that came out this past 2 weeks. We're gonna be talking about the Guardians Christmas special, talking about Andor, and some other stuff. But I'm particularly excited because we have some pretty good beers, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab the first two because I've been wanting to drink these ever since I got them.
Go for it. I'm just trying to figure out my setup situation here real quick. But yeah, like Eddie said, dude, we got a lot of stuff that's coming out. A lot of trailers came out this past week. So we're pretty excited about talking about that. We just recently we're at a Christmas party and we got some pretty cool beers there. One that Eddie just got right now that he's really excited for. I'll let him introduce that one.
Yeah, so we were at for those of you who watch our show, you know, have seen our show a couple of years ago. And it's hard to believe that say that a couple of years ago. You know, we did brew our own beer, and you know, we interviewed Original Gomez, Dan Gomez, of the San Antonio Cerveceros, which is a home brewers club. And so we had their Christmas party this past week at Roadmap Brewing, which is pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun, and the fun thing was that, you know, we participated in a White Elephant, you know, which, you know, you go to a Christmas party with a bunch of craft beer lovers, you're gonna get some good beer, and I'm honestly really excited at what I got. So this is from Freetail. I've never even seen this. I think this is actually the first kind of beer that I had of this. I mean, it's a dry hopped Imperial Pils from Freetail. It's called Imagine. I believe it's their 14-year, you know, I guess, you know, celebrating their 14 years of you know, of them being around. This is coming in at 8.6%. Like I said, it's an Imperial Pilsner. I've never had an Imperial Pilsner, so I'm pretty excited about it. But we have two of them here, so we're gonna go ahead and crack these bad boys open. Oh yeah, I'm really excited about this. That's because, like, at first I got I think it was like a stout from Goose Island, which, to be completely frank, I'm not a fan of that brewery. You know, and I'm not, you know,
if they are a brewery,
and as you know, like, I'm not really a fan of stouts either, but, you know, so I got that one, and, you know, it's like, okay, you know, I guess we'll see, you know, try it out, see how it is. But so, you know, White Elephant, you know, someone ended up stealing it from me, which was pretty cool. So I was like, all right, I get to go pick another one. And, you know, I picked up a bag, and there were 3 of these in there, so I was like, oh hell yeah, you know, Pilsner. So, you know, we kept 2 of them for us, and we gave one to a friend of ours, you know, so he could enjoy. But yeah, man, I'm pretty stoked about this. So, cheers. Interesting. Has a little bitterness. I like slight bitterness. Let's see, it says oh, sorry. I'm reading this thing. Yeah, so they basically, this is a version of a beer that they already had, and they upped the volume, they doubled the ABV, and you know, it brewed with Strata hops paired with you know, Sintra. Has a spectacular aroma of ripe tropical fruit and yuzu. I don't know what that is. I could definitely taste some of that tropical fruit. It was kind of citrusy a little bit. That's where that bitterness kind of comes from, I guess.
Well, definitely the citrus, but I'm not sure about the bitterness.
like it. Oh, like it.
Oh, look it. Oh, look.
I like your shirt. What is that?
It's My Hero Academia. It's one of my favorite animes.
Nice.
Just got it. It was the last one, so I was like, I gotta get it in my size. It was the last one in my size. So it's just weird. It's like I go shopping and I'm an extra large, and I just keep getting bigger. But I'm currently sitting at an extra large, and for some reason it's like so hard for me to find extra large anywhere.
Yeah,
it's so weird. Like usually you would think that you can find extra large anywhere because everyone's trying to stay fit or whatever. But it's just so hard.
Yeah.
So
usually like with so I know we have a lot of stuff to talk about, but I mean usually we've been starting out these past few episodes. And real quick, I want to say thank you to everybody watching. Let's see, I was looking at it. I know our Black Panther review. We had quite a few people that watched it. And our Halloween Ends episode, we talked about Halloween Ends. That was doing pretty good. So, I want to thank anybody and everybody who's watching, or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, just thank you. We'd like to see that someone, that people out there are watching or listening. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, like I said, for the past few episodes, we've just been kind of starting out with just kind of recapping like what we've been watching recently. So. Is there anything new that you've been watching? Other than finishing Andor and the Guardians Christmas special, is there anything you've been watching?
So for the holidays, I did watch the new Christmas Story Christmas. Yeah, that one came out. What else did I watch? Oh, Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
It's on Apple TV, right?
Yeah, that one's on Apple TV. Also, of course, Wednesday, when that one came out, just finished watching Wednesday, which I won't say anything about right now because I know he needs to watch it. So
yeah, and our next episode, we're actually gonna have a special guest on, and we're gonna be talking about Wednesday. I'm gonna finish it by then, so I think the next one will probably be our last one of the year. So we're gonna save that conversation until then, with some other stuff too. So pretty stoked about that. But like I said, we have a stacked show today.
What else have I been watching? Obviously, Yellowstone, the new season that just came out. So there's a new episode coming out tonight.
Okay, so with that, like, I hear a lot of things that it's so hard to find. Like, it's not just in one streaming thing. Like, some people are like that the old, like, all the original seasons, or some of them are on Peacock, some of them are on Paramount. Like, and then a new one, like, the new one's out now. Like, do you find it hard to, like, find?
So here's the thing. So usually with certain networks, if you don't watch it the day of, you can watch it the very next day on a streaming network. So, for instance, like if you're into American Horror Story and you miss it, the day that it comes out, you can watch it next day on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with what else was there? Trying to think. Abbott Elementary is another popular one. That's another one I'm watching. Same thing, if you miss it, on its scheduled day, you can watch it next day on. That one's also available on Hulu. So for some reason with Yellowstone, it's on Paramount Network, which is a channel,
like a cable channel,
on cable. You cannot watch this next day unless you have cable. And you just go to on demand, but it will not be on any streaming service. So, for instance, yes, the older seasons will be on, I think, either Peacock or Paramount Plus. I think they're on Peacock, which is weird though too, because a lot of the two spinoffs that they came off with from Yellowstone are only available on Peacock Plus.
So weird. Like,
I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what kind of contract they have with the networks. Why is it that you can watch it on Peacock but you can't watch it on Paramount Plus? But it's only the new seasons are only available on Paramount Network. I don't know if Peacock and Paramount Plus have some type of connection together or something. I don't know. It's just weird. But that's the way I have to watch it.
Yeah, I just find it really weird that like a show as successful as that is doesn't. I mean, again, too, I'm pretty sure it's something about like broadcasting rights or something, streaming rights, whatever it is. But like it's just crazy that like this show isn't as accessible that it should be, But if I guess if you're if you really want to watch it, you're gonna find it. So, but
And it's weird though too because I'm not sure if that's the way this new series that just came out, Tulsa King is also because you can watch that one on Paramount
Plus
on Paramount Network.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think I honestly don't know because I know. I mean, I've seen it on the Paramount. Streaming.
Okay, so it's weird. Yes, you could watch it on Paramount Plus. So that's so weird. I don't know why it's like that with Yellowstone. I don't get it. That's awkward.
Yeah.
Because going on to Paramount Plus right now. Watch Tulsa King. Boom, right there.
Yeah,
and it even says new episodes every Sunday, exclusively on Paramount Plus. But you can also watch it on Paramount Network.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just weird. Yeah, it's so awkward.
Yeah. I still want to go and I still want to start that. And to be honest, ever since Andor and House of Dragons finished, like I haven't really been watching anything. To be honest, I was trying to think right now. I'm like, shit, I haven't even watched anything. Like I've just been kind of watching old reruns of other shows. Like I said, I'm definitely going to be starting Wednesday this week. Going to going to start Tulsa King, so I'll get back into it. But yeah, But I guess so. Only because I know we talked a little bit last week, and it has been about 2 weeks since the show has finished. I mean, Andor. We finally got the season finale, and much like not much of a surprise that we even said that like we're not expecting like a huge finale,
big
finale, which is
big
basically what we got. We got like just it wasn't like boring, but it was it was very it wasn't bad, but it was a little underwhelming. I will admit that. But the show as a whole,
very underwhelming.
I think the show as a whole was just like very good. And the only reason why like the whole underwhelming thing, like I'm not like like not so much upset about, but like I understand it because of the the circumstances, because we are getting a second season. I think it's already being filmed, and so we should be getting that probably within the next year or two. So but yeah, the show in general, I've been very vocal about how much I love this show. When Obi-Wan came out, like it for me that was super underwhelming. Boba Fett wasn't what I wanted it to be either. Sorry, Steven's trying to fix some of these issues we're having right now, but yeah. So like I said, when this show came out, and a lot of people were saying like, oh, like it's boring, it's slow, but like and I will give them that. Yeah, it is a slow show, but I think it's slow.
Very slow burn.
Yeah, but I don't know how to say like it, like if you just like kind of like really hone in on it and just like take it for what it is. Like I think this is probably one of the best, for me at least, probably one of the best shows that I've seen this year. So I was very much very into it. I love that slow burn. I'm very much a fan of that. I love the like just like the 3 episode arcs that we got, and like how they paid off really good. With the exception of the finale, which the finale did pay off, but not entirely, so it also just kind of ended. But like I said, I think this was probably one of the best written Star Wars shows. This is kind of what I really wanted like Obi-Wan to be like, and Obi-Wan really kind of dropped the ball for me. I mean, yeah, there were some things I enjoyed about it, but the show as a whole, I was just like, I wasn't really a fan of, so I was very, 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 happy and surprised with how Andor was. And when we got the trailers, this is exactly kind of what I was hoping for. So I was really glad that we got that. See if we corrected these issues.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Can we? Boom, boom. All right, there I am. Here I am. I'm back. All right. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. Things happen. We wear out things pretty quick here and geeking and drinking. So, yeah. I don't know. Whatever. So. But Andor, yeah, it was a good show for what it was. I enjoyed it very much. I just, for me, it was just too much of a slow burn. I get where they were trying to go with it and everything. Yeah, Boba Fett didn't really hit the way, everyone was expecting it to. But you know what? I was kind of expecting that already as well. Especially, trying to follow up The Mandalorian because it was the second show, second live action show. But as far as Obi-Wan, I enjoyed Obi-Wan for what it was. Again, I was expecting for it to be what it was, just because everybody was just all hyped up on the battle of him and Darth Vader. A mid-age Obi-Wan fighting a mid-age Darth Vader. Still both of them in their prime. Even though Obi-Wan kind of lost his way a little bit or whatever, but.
Yeah, I think that was probably some of the best stuff. The Vader stuff, was probably some of the best. But I wanted more of it. I wanted them to Okay,
so that's where we differ because I knew what we were gonna get, and I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. You wanted more, okay? Now I'm the opposite. Andor, you were good with where it was going, how it was being set up. I wanted more out of it, especially after seeing Rogue One.
Yeah. And honestly, I think the second season, I think they even came out and said that, like, the second season, it's going to end, like, literally minutes before Rogue One starts, the movie. So, there's going to be, like, some sort of time jump. We didn't get, like, any major deaths, in the finale, which, everyone thought we were.
So, when they say that it's going to end and begin right where Rogue One starts, what does that mean as far as, like, when they're breaking Jin out?
Or like I guess where we see where we
because it begins with a young Jen.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be where we see Andor, where he's in. I guess I want to say I don't know if it is Coruscant, but where we see Andor at the beginning of Rogue One. I think that's kind of like what they mean. Like it's gonna end like kind of like moments before that scene that we get, kind of like the way Rogue One ended, like it literally ends right where A New Hope begins.
But that
So, it's gonna be interesting. I'm very eager to see what season 2 is gonna look like. But I mean, I liked it. I liked it. It's okay. I liked it. But
I guess I'll probably enjoy season 2 a little bit more if it's gonna be a lot more action. Like that. Then
I definitely want to like just sit down and just rewatch the whole season. Again, just watch it as like a whole kind of movie type of way. But so I was happy with it. And then I know we both watched the Guardians Christmas special, but I want to kind of hold off on that, because again we got a lot of trailers, man. We got a lot of trailers, and I think I want to start off with this one only because I think it's
I kind of want to just go off real quick. Like I said, a few things that I watched after the Thanksgiving holidays were some Christmas movies. So since we were talking a little bit Christmas, I just want to get these two kind of out of the way. Christmas Story, Christmas. I expected it to be what it was. It had some silliness in it. They were trying to recreate some of the stuff that they did in the original movie. But after we watched the original movie first, me and my family, and then went and watched the second one. And it like I said, it was what it was. It was a little silly. The funny parts of it was that his whole family kept getting hurt. Like the wife like sprained her ankle, the daughter got a eye patch, and then the son breaks his arm, and it's like, what the hell's going on here? Kind of recreate the classic movie. It was pretty cool. But like I said, overall, it was what it was. It's a nice little holiday movie if you want something to watch. You know, I wouldn't, say like, oh, you have to watch it if you're a Christmas Story fan. Like, no. If you're a Christmas Story fan of the original one, stick with the original one. If you don't want to watch this one, you don't have to. But, if you want to, just to kind of see what it's about, go for it, But, one I would recommend is Spirited with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. That was a really good movie. That one was actually really good. We loved that one very much. It's kind of like a little musical. So, if you kind of watch it and you're like, wait, what the hell? I was not expecting it to be a musical, but it's sort of a little musical. But, Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell are hilarious in the movie. I love the story. I love the way things ended up. The ending was kind of predictable, but a kind of a little twist at the same time. Kind of where they were trying to go with it, was a little predictable, but a little twist at the same time. But definitely a really, really good movie to watch, especially during the holiday season. So if you haven't seen it, definitely go watch that one. If you have Apple TV Plus, I believe it's also in theaters. So if you want to go watch it in the theaters, you can watch it in theaters as well.
You know what I was watching the other day that I haven't seen in a long time, and it's like, it is a Christmas movie, but it's super. It's stupid, but there's some funny parts in it. Christmas with the Cranks.
Yeah,
dude, that movie. I was watching and I was like, Tim Allen is hilarious in that movie. I like when he gets the Botox.
And speaking of Tim Allen, he's in a new series bringing back his Santa Claus called The Santa Clauses.
Oh yeah.
On Disney Plus. So
yeah,
it is a bi-weekly show, so it's every new episode every Wednesday. I think they have like 3 or 4 episodes available now.
Yeah, but I was watching it. It was cracking me. That movie is so funny. But was there anything else?
I believe those were it that I've watched, other than Andor. Wednesday. If you haven't watched Wednesday, definitely go watch that one, and we're definitely gonna do full spoilers within our next episode. So definitely watch that.
Well, like I said, we got a crap ton of trailers that came out in the past 2 weeks. And again, I want to start with this one because you sent it to me, and I think we heard about it too. At least I heard about it. And we finally got a trailer for it, and I think you had text us. You're like, "What the hell did I just watch?" Which is it's called You're a Mean One. I think it's the
mean one.
The mean one. Okay, and it's basically this low budget horror Grinch movie, which, like, honestly, I was like, a horror Grinch movie? That sounds intriguing. Like, that sounds kind of cool. This movie looks like garbage. I mean, it is what it is because it is low budget, which I'll give it that, but it looks terrible. And I get too that, like, maybe that's like the charm of it, I guess. And I'm pretty sure, like, horror fans, because horror fans are gonna like it, because, or maybe they won't, maybe they will, but there's something about like low budget horror movies.
B-rated.
Yeah, horror. I was like, okay, that sounds cool. I saw it, I'm like, that looks terrible. Like, I was like, this looks like just bad. Like, the Grinch actually looked kind of cool, but it's just like
the overall story, fighting the Grinch, and it's not Whoville, it's Newville.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't know, it's so weird, but it's just like, okay, I guess, I think I'd rather want to see Violent Night instead, which is David Harbour, Santa Claus. Yeah. What is he, fighting zombies or something? Or
no. So apparently it's like John Leguizamo is like this like
a kingpin or something?
Kingpin or gang guy or whatever. And his crew kidnaps or holds hostage a family. And it's during Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And Santa Claus just happens to stumble upon it and just starts kicking ass. And he really is Santa. Like, he's got, like, powers and stuff. So it's a little silly. And I wanted to kind of ask you about that just real quick. Give your little thoughts. Because, usually we during the Christmas season, Christmas movies come out, and you're expecting movies like, oh, that was so cute.
Like wholesome.
Or, wholesome. Or, like... love, like, Love Actually, kind of movies like that, or family friendly movies, like Christmas with the Cranks, Santa Claus, Home Alone, stuff like that. But lately now, like a lot more movies you've been coming out, like gritty action, gritty horror movies, stuff like that, like Krampus, and this one with David Harper, what was it again?
Violent Night.
Violent Night. The one I think that came out last year, 2 years ago, with Mel Gibson, Fat Man. It's like, and then we had a couple of raunchy classic ones too, comedies. I say it kind of a little raunchy, but like the one with God damn it, where they robbed the mall and shit. And then,
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa. Yeah, Bad Santa. I don't want to say this one was really raunchy, but it had some dirty jokes in it. Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase, stuff like that.
Also, too, like I don't think it's raunchy either, but I think it's a funny, and it is a Christmas movie. It's Just Friends.
Just Friends. Yeah.
And then you got that. What was it, the other one with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
God damn it. We were watching it yesterday.
Yeah. Was it it's
something night?
The night. The night. No. God, what's it called? Something like Last Night, or I don't know. Damn it. That movie is a good movie, and it is a Christmas movie, but it's so funny. Oh, what is it? The Night Before,
probably The Night Before. I think it's called The Night Before.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like raunchy, but yeah, I mean, there's some raunchy stuff, in it. But that's a good movie too. But I like them. Like if they're good, I like them. Like that one, like because like the night before. I think that's a good one. Just Friends, Bad Santa's, classic movie at this point.
Yeah, The Night Before with Seth Rogen, Anthony Mackie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. I never seen Krampus.
I don't know. It's just something about watching horror movies during the holiday season. I'll watch a good comedy like The Night Of or Bad Santa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just because it's a little different than your wholesome Christmas movies, but
yeah. I don't know. Like,
and then like for me too, I don't know why every holiday season I get into this, having to rewatch Harry Potter and like the Star Wars saga again.
Like around Christmas time.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean that was the first trailer we got, so I was like, okay, whatever. That movie looks terrible. And,
another one I wanted to talk to real quick. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm pretty sure you've seen pictures and stuff for it. Cocaine Bear.
Oh yeah, I started watching the trailer. I didn't finish it, but I started watching it.
Dude, I kind of actually want to see it. It fucking looks like it's silly, like the mean one, but it looks pretty intriguing. Like I really kind of want to watch it. It's like it's kind of like a dark comedy.
Yeah, and I think it actually has like a decent cast too. Like. The late great Ray Liotta comes out in it.
Yeah.
Alden Ehrenreich, who played Han Solo in the movie Solo. I think O'Shea Jackson comes out in it. So I was like, and it's like it's based on a true story.
It's inspired by a true story.
Yeah.
So supposedly this kind of really did happen. Drug smuggler threw so many kilos of cocaine, and a bear got into it and kind of like. I don't know if it actually went on the rampage, but it did overdose for sure.
Yeah. So that movie looks just like ridiculous, and like it's probably gonna be one of those movies, kind of like Sharknado or like Snake on a Plane. Like just like what the fuck is this? But I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, I'll have a couple of beers and watch it.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to go see it in theaters.
No, for sure.
It definitely looks interesting. And another trailer we got. And I'm gonna start with this one because I guess given the track record of these movies, it hasn't always been the best. I didn't see Bumblebee, but I hear it's probably one of the best ones.
I'll agree with that. Yeah.
But this one looks kind of interesting to me, which is Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. I didn't know this was coming out. Like I had no idea.
I did. They've been talking about this for a long time. I just didn't know if they were gonna do it for sure or after the last feud with Mark Wahlberg before Bumblebee came out, that how bad those did. Considering how bad those did. But yeah, definitely it's a whole new cast in this one.
Yeah.
No one from the previous Transformer movies are gonna come out in this one.
So obviously you get Peter Cullen, who's Optimus Prime, right? He's voicing Optimus Prime. Ron Perlman is voicing Optimus Primal, the gorilla.
Yeah,
I did not know that. Pete Davidson's supposed to come out in this.
Peter Dinklage is voicing one of the Transformers.
That's cool. That's cool. And it's also directed by Steven Caple Jr., who directed Creed 2, which I like that one. Yeah, you're right. Scrouge, yeah. Michelle Yeoh, she's in the she's Michelle Yeoh. She's doing a voice too. It's pretty good cast. Yeah, this one looks. I like the trailer. It looked pretty good. I was like, this looks pretty cool. Like especially like that last shot where like they're all just kind of going to battle. I'm like, damn, that looks awesome. I gotta watch Bumblebee, but I mean, yeah, the Transformers movies, they definitely weren't what everybody was expecting or hoping for.
I mean, the first one everyone definitely was super excited for. And,
yeah, and I mean the Shia LaBeouf ones. Looking back at them now, like they're not that bad, but they are Michael Bay movies.
The second one was terrible.
I like
Rise of the Fallen. Rise of the Fallen.
I like Dark of the Moon or Dark Side of the Moon, whatever it's called. I thought that one was pretty cool. But like, I mean, those are better. Those are, I mean, I for sure better than Extinction and what was the other one? There's like a Mark Wahlberg one, and there's Extinction.
There was two of them that he came out in, Age of Extinction and
what was the other one? But yeah, that one, those two, I'm just like,
The Last Night.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. So like, but then again, like I said, I gotta watch Bumblebee, just to kind of like see a good Transformers movie. And the reason why I haven't seen this because when I worked at the movie theater, that movie was out, so it was like I always just kind of saw bits and pieces of it. Like, for the life of me, every time I watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and like the credits, like the songs in the credits, like I remember always being in the movie theater cleaning and those songs come on. I'm like, these pretty good songs. So like now every time I hear it, just takes me back, to fucking, when I worked at the movie theater and shit. But no, I mean, what do you think of that Transformers trailer? I mean,
so far from what I'm getting from it, I definitely dig the trailer. Trailers look super exciting. I was kind of on the boat too of like, oh my god, this is gonna be a Transformers movie. I did not know if anyone was gonna come back into the movie or if this was gonna be a whole new cast. So far, it looks like it's gonna be a whole new cast. I'm not sure if there may be any kind of cameos or anything in it.
Yeah.
But definitely, so far it's introducing two new characters in there.
And I think this is not a direct sequel, but it is a sequel to Bumblebee.
So we got Noah, who's gonna be a new character, and I can't find the other person. I think that might be her. I'm not too sure. But anyways, yeah. So Noah's gonna be one of the main characters on there. He's the one that's in the silver car. One thing that I am kind of getting out of this is I think this might be the end of Bumblebee. Because, as y'all know, Bumblebee is like the main the main one in like the first three Shia LaBeouf Transformer movies that that's his friend, his car. He obviously got a solo movie on his own with Haley Steinfeld, and from what I'm looking in this trailer, Bumblebee gets fucked up, dude. And there's a scene where it looks like they're off like searching for something, and you don't see Bumblebee in sight anywhere. I think he may have been in one of like the big battles, but it didn't look like he was in there.
Yeah.
But it does look like they're focusing on this new silver Transformer, which is a Porsche. That the new character is, I guess, gonna befriend.
Yeah. Kind of like another Bumblebee type of thing.
Yeah, kind of like the Bumblebee type of thing. So that's kind of what I'm getting from it. I'm digging. I used to be a huge fan of Beast Wars. That was my favorite. My favorite Transformers growing up. I mean, I never really watched the 80s Transformers shows. That was our cousin. Our cousin used to love the 80s Transformers cartoon, but for me it was Beast Wars, and I loved that that animated series. It was really good. So for them to actually do it properly, as opposed to what was it? The Last Night is when they were trying to do the Beast machines, whatever.
Oh yeah, 'cause there was like a dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
Now these look a lot better.
This one looks a lot more like fucking badass, and the comedy's still there, and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely, something I'm gonna go see in theaters for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprisingly pretty, on board for that movie. Next up, the same day, we got
Are we kind of doing a bad from worst kind of thing here? I mean, I'm not saying that the trailer for Transformers was bad. It looked good.
Not necessarily. I'm just kind of going because I want to because I think I'm just going based on how much of discussion we're gonna have about it.
There's one I want to discuss that I don't think we're gonna have a big discussion on. I'm not sure if it was gonna be your next one with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Which is I don't even know the
Indiana Jones and the Dial of I forgot what it calls, but it's pretty much Indiana Jones.
Oh, the Dial of Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious.
I haven't seen one Indiana Jones movie.
Oh my god.
I haven't.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about that, like
those are probably one of Steven Spielberg's best movies,
and
as far as a series goes.
Yeah.
The first three obviously are freaking badass. Especially the last one is my favorite one. The Last Crusade with the late Sean Connery.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that is such a good one. That, and you got Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Temple of Doom. If I was gonna rate the original three, I would go backwards for me. Last Crusade is my favorite one. Temple of Doom is my second favorite, and Raiders of the Lost Ark is my third favorite.
What about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Like I said,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I did go see that one. It was good. It was entertaining. The whole punching thing, because that's in like how you were mentioning before, like with the stormtroopers, they always have that one sound.
Oh yeah.
That scream. With Indiana Jones, the most recognizable sounds are going to be his whip, and when he punches somebody.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was funny to kind of hear that again, like that, and the whip and
yeah.
And again, they're just those kind of recognizable sounds that Steven Spielberg kind of made his own.
Mm-hmm.
And so what was it, the Crystal Skull?
Yeah.
Again, it was entertaining, but definitely not the best. Definitely a lot of CGI in that one.
Yeah, I heard that one. It's like everybody's like, ugh.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like I said, I just gotta sit down and watch them. I again, it's one of those things. Like, I know they're good movies. It's just that was kind of outside of my, I didn't grow up with it. So like I know for a lot of people that's their classic. Like Indiana Jones is kind of like, like they're like they love it. Like that's their they grew up with it. So this is real nostalgic for them. And you got James Mangold who directed Logan, Ford v Ferrari. So he's a good director, and the cast is pretty stacked. And you got obviously Harrison Ford coming back,
Mads
Mikkelsen,
Antonio Banderas. I saw was in there.
Boyd Holbrook, which is he was the villain in Logan, and you got Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who's coming in as I think it's his granddaughter, Harrison Ford's Indiana's granddaughter.
Not granddaughter. What do you call
Goddaughter.
it? Goddaughter.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like it looks good.
And supposedly this one he's supposed to be a little de-aged.
Yeah, I think it's like they're jumping back in time. So like, and in the trailer we get a de-aged look at him, and it looks good.
I'm gonna assume that this one in the Indiana Jones timeline is gonna fit more before the Crystal Skull, because Crystal Skull was in the 50s.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna assume that this one was maybe in the 40s, like late 40s.
Are we gonna get Shia LaBeouf?
I don't know.
What was
Probably
his name?
not.
Yeah, I look at this right now. He's not listed or anything.
But I mean, there have been times when people talk about an actor. I mean, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were not listed for a long time in No Way Home.
What was his name in Kiss Crystal Skull? He had a name. I forgot his name. What was it? But again, I didn't watch it. I hear this stuff from podcasts, that I listen to, and they talk about it. But yeah, like everybody talks about like what was it, like Mutt or something?
I forgot. It's been a long time since I've seen them. Yeah, Mutt Williams.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean.
Well, again, I like that one because I like that they had brought back Karen Allen, who was in the first Indiana Jones movie. That was his love interest, and ends up, Shia LaBeouf was his son, and that was a little bit of disappointment too because it was supposed to be that Shia LaBeouf was supposed to take over, as Indy because his real name ended up being Indy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just used Mutt as But yeah, so Kingdom of the Crystal Skull takes place in 1957. So
okay.
So I'm wondering if this fifth one's gonna be like before this one, just so that they can kind of like not write in Shia LaBeouf's character.
Yeah.
Because whether we like it or not, his character is written in the timeline.
Yeah, he's there. He's there. All right. So I mean, like I said, I'll have to watch the original ones and. And maybe I'll watch this one, but who knows if I ever get to it. I always say that, but I don't know. Either way, I'm ready for another beer. Looks like you are too.
Yeah, we're gonna. I have a special beer, but we're gonna kind of hold off on that one just a little bit, just for the sake of discussion going on right now.
Yeah. So yeah, Steven's grabbing another beer.
So the ones I got, it's from Texas Ale Project, which is in
Bandera.
No, I thought they were in Fort Worth. Yeah, in Dallas.
Oh. No, I'm thinking of Bandera Ale Project. It's just almost the same thing. Yeah.
So, Texas Ale Project, they kind of do these Pantera theme cans.
Speaking of Pantera, they just came back. Well, I mean, not the. I think it's only the.
I think it's just the singer.
Yeah, and I was right, dude. Zach Wild is playing with them.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And we've had one before. It was their blonde ale or golden ale, whatever it was. This one is called Becoming Bock beer.
You love your box.
Yes, I love my box. Limited edition. This was the last one that was there, so I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get this because if this is limited edition and I'm not gonna ever find it again, I better get it now. Yeah, because it's happened before where I'm like, I'll come back and get it, and they're all gone. So this one sits at a 4.5, volume, 12-ounce beers, 14 IBUs. I really do love the design of this one. This is so metal, so dark, so Pantera. Got the ram skull right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it.
So
that's what I was looking at our shelf. I'm like, damn, did we save the other one? I don't think we did though.
The other one they still sell, so
we
could definitely get that one. But I definitely want to save one of these. So and like Eddie said, I love my box. Box and Ambers are my two favorites. So I'm really got high hopes for this one.
So
gotta have high.
Next on the trailers that we've gotten. And then this didn't come out that same day that all these other ones came out a week before, and which is we got the second trailer for Super Mario Bros. The Super Mario Bros. Movie, bro. Like, I'm like nothing about the movie. The movie, I honestly think the movie looks good. I think the movie looks great. I'm excited for it. Especially because my son, he's he loves Super Mario, so he's super stoked for it. So I'm more excited to take him to go see it. I'm just so sick and tired of these people complaining about Chris Pratt and that he's doing the voice for Mario, and they're just like, that doesn't sound like Mario, blah blah blah. I'm just like, get over it. Get over it.
Charlie Day, it doesn't sound like Luigi.
Well, no, like no one's even. At least what I can tell, Because I mean, I went on the comments for the video. One of the comments, like on they posted the trailer on Instagram, and everybody's just bitching about Chris Pratt. It's just Star Lord. Why does Mario sound like Chris Pratt? It's just stupid. Like and at the same time, I'm thinking like, if you guys are complaining about Chris Pratt, which in my opinion he's doing fine, okay, it's
I think
fine.
everybody just has a bitterness against Chris Pratt because after his whole ordeal with him and God damn it,
Bryce Dallas Howard.
No,
Anna Faris.
Yeah, Anna Faris.
Also, too, like I know, and like, you're not gonna get into it, but like I know a lot of people like disagree with his political and his religious beliefs. So it's just like it's all that too.
That and then too when he had his daughter with his new wife, everybody was like, "Oh, well, what about his son?" It's like he does recognize his son. He loves his son, But he's just excited for his new kid as well,
But like also too, like I mean, people getting mad about like Chris Pratt and Mario's voice. Princess Peach does not sound like Anya Taylor-Joy. Like that. Oh, Mario, like that's like that's not how she sounds in this movie. Luigi too. Luigi doesn't. It's Charlie Day.
Yeah, it's Charlie Day.
So like you could totally hear that it's Charlie Day. So why are people complaining about that?
Jack Black.
Jack Black is Bowser, which I mean, he's actually pretty good though.
Who's playing Toad?
Toad is Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah.
And then
come on.
And then you got Seth Rogen who's doing Donkey Kong.
Come on. That's not how Donkey Kong sounds, right?
And
then again, like I was having this conversation with our other brother who barely does the show with us. He was kind of like on the same thing, but in my opinion, no offense to you, Matt, but it's like I think you're just on the bandwagon of everybody else. Because I was like kind of arguing with him too. I was like, well, I mean, do we even really know what Luigi actually sounds like? He goes, yeah, there are games. And I go, yeah, but it sounds just like Mario. They're just kind of like tweaking it a little bit.
Yeah, he sounds like
yeah. Do we even really know what like Princess Peach or Toad really actually sound like? And it's like no. Yeah, it's like no. So they had to bring these characters to life somehow. But he did say the same thing about Bowser and Jack Black. He goes, yeah, with Jack Black, and goes, what Jack Black's actually doing.
But aside from all that, because you can get people, and I wish I would have saved it because like I went on the comments, right, and I'll admit I was one of those assholes. Like someone would like commented like, oh, that's just like they're just ruining Mario, blah blah. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Okay, but also look what they're doing with Princess Peach. They're making her look like a fucking badass,
like a warrior.
Like a warrior.
Which I like how they're approaching this movie. Like she's not the damsel.
Damsel in distress.
It more seems like that Mario's not going to go save Peach. He's going to go save Luigi. I think that at least that's what you could tell.
And the land. What do you call it?
What's that?
The where Princess Peach and all of them are from.
Oh, I don't know what it's called.
No, but. That's what he's there for. That because it's a prophecy that it was a plumber. So that's But yeah, no. Overall, this movie looks really entertaining, really fun. I like that they were incorporating everything into this thing.
Yeah,
It's like the original Mario. It's got Mario 3, Mario Kart. And also Mario versus Donkey Kong.
And also too, like also it is because like anybody who plays Mario or grew up in Mario. One of the most iconic things in the games and everything is the music. When he gets a star, or when he's underwater. Oh no, when he's in Bowser's castle. Like you know the music of where he's at. I forgot what the water one sounded like, but like I cannot wait to hear that because if they do a good job, which I'm pretty sure they will. I'm excited to hear the music. And yeah, like the Mario Kart thing, the Rainbow Bridge, him actually doing like the kind of courses, the Mario levels or whatever, that look pretty cool. Yeah, man, I'm excited for this. It looks amazing. I'm not bothered by the voice casting at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the voice casting they chose is really good. Again, the voice cast that they got is Chris Pratt's Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy, Princess Peach, Charlie Day, Luigi, Jack Black is Bowser, Keegan Michael Key, Toad, Seth Rogen, Donkey Kong, Fred Armisen, Cranky Kong, Sebastian
Maniscalco.
Spike. I mean, they even brought in what was I just watched the damn show too.
What's his name?
King Ezekiel.
Yeah.
To play Penguin King.
Yeah.
And dude, when I saw that trailer with the Penguin King, I was just like, oh my god.
He's all like, give him, they're like, give him hell, and it just started turning to snowballs. So I'm on board. I'm on board with this one. I'm excited for it. I know, like you said, your son. I think Ashley will love it too. I'm on board. Yeah, looks pretty awesome. Let's see here.
What else do we get next? So while he's looking up for what else we got. Again, we got tons of trailers. So it's definitely what this episode is going to be about. Just trailer talk. So while he's looking for a little bit more info over there, dude, this beer I think is hitting the spot for me because it is really good. Again, this is from Texas Ale Project. It's their Pantera Becoming Bock beer. So it kind of be coming back, but Becoming Bock beer. If you're able to find this one, definitely pick it up. I picked this up at HEB in Valley Heights here in San Antonio, Texas. But if you're out there, or even if you're in Dallas, I'm pretty sure you can find this in Dallas pretty easy, or at the brewery itself. Go pick yourself up a 6-pack of one of these, dude. These are really good, and the can is fucking awesome. I would actually hold on to one of these cans.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, I'm getting to my last trailer, which is gonna be we finally got the first trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy. Let me roll it back. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So I was looking at the cast right now, and I was looking at on the one on Google, and it was like popping up with like Margot Robbie and John Cena. I'm like, what? No. So I went on IMDb, and they're not showing up there. But anyway, yeah, we got the first trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, man, and I know we're gonna talk about it after this, but I mean, we just saw the Christmas special, which I dug. It was really good. We'll get to it. We'll go more into it, whatever. But
it was what it was, definitely. The main focal points were Drax and Mantis.
Yeah.
Trying to bring cheer to Chris Pratt because apparently they thought that Chris Pratt didn't have a really good Christmas growing up because obviously he was kidnapped when he was a kid and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll get to it. But like with this trailer, I don't know if you heard all the buzz coming out from when San Diego Comic-Con, when the trailer came out. People are like, oh, like it looks really good. It was really emotional. People were like, they like had a really emotional response to it, and it shows because we get a look at the villain in this new movie, which is the High Evolutionary. I'm sorry, but I'm not even trying to pronounce the actor's name because Chuck Woody. I can't pronounce it.
Chuck Woody Iwuji.
Iwuji, yeah, something like that.
We apologize if we butchered it.
Yeah. And then you also get our first look at
Warlock.
Adam Warlock, played by Will Poulter, who just looks like Will Poulter painted gold.
A more handsomer Will Poulter.
Oh yeah, smoke show.
Compared to him and We're the Millers.
Yeah. But yeah, man. And the thing is, like I said, like when I was going at it, like we get Adam Warlock, we get the villain, the High Evolutionary, but no one's talking about that. Everybody is talking about Rocket. He has some lines in this trailer. It's gonna be our last ride together. You kind of get a glimpse of him when we're gonna get a little bit of his backstory about how he became he became. We get a look at a little baby Rocket before he got
That wasn't Baby Rocket.
What?
That wasn't Baby Rocket.
It showed him. It showed the baby and then it transitioned to him. it transitioned to like him as Rocket. Like,
I thought it was a little otter thing that he ends up hugging in the middle of the trailer.
no, I don't think so. Because then why would they transition? That's so weird.
Well, because it just kind of showed it didn't look like a fucking raccoon.
It didn't, but
And then it transitions to Rocket, but doesn't mean that
it could be a fake out. It could be, but
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go. I think it's right. But like, and then we also kind of get like a glimpse of Peter and Mantis like in distress, like crying or like and it just it's giving off like vibes that something is gonna happen. Someone might die, which and I think also too like that. I think James Gunn even came out and said that we're this is gonna complete Rocket's arc throughout the Guardians movies. Because it was.
Well,
I mean,
and
it
then
was.
I even heard too that this was also going to be the last ride for Dave Bautista as Drax, and I think Dave even kind of teased that.
And also too, I mean, for those of y'all who don't know, I mean, and it's just the only reason I say this.
And sorry to interrupt you, but the lineup does change in the comics.
Yeah. But like what I was gonna say is that for those of you who don't know, and the only reason I'm saying is because James Gunn, the director of this movie, this is the last. What he says is the last time he's doing a Guardians movie, a Marvel movie, because he's going off to DC to kind of head their DC movie slates.
Please,
And
James Gunn, fix it.
And the only reason I say this is because like he someone asked him about Palm Clementif, which who plays Mantis. Someone asked if she's gonna kind of play a role in his DC universe, and he's all like, yeah, like she basically saying like yeah, she always has a like a place wherever I go or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's like a lot of directors have that actor,
they're
actors or actors that they'll give parts to, whether it be a main or a small part or something.
Then you also have like I think Zoe Saldana even said like that she's kind of done doing franchises. So basically like a lot of these actors or like they're just kind of like all right yeah like I think this is probably the last Guardians thing we're gonna have for a while. If we were gonna get anything else like down the line. So I'm expecting like this to like for them to go out with a bang. And we might have a couple deaths. It might be Rocket. It might not be. There was a lot of shots in the trailer where Rocket wasn't in the shot. Like especially at the beginning where they go to that planet and it looks like Zootopia with all the like weird animal people. Rocket wasn't there. I don't know if you noticed he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And like I said, like the trailer really sets up.
He wasn't in the and James Gunn did deny this, but in the amongst the suits part. Oh
yeah, they're all dressed up in their colorful suits. Yeah, he wasn't there either. So like again, it's like really setting up that something might happen to Rocket, or and especially we get that. Going back to Chris Pratt, and like I'm actually really excited for him, because again we'll get to it, but like I think he for the kind of small part he had in the Christmas special, I thought he did good. We got Mario coming out, which I cool. And then this one like they show a shot of him like just really in distress, like like in pain or something. And I'm just like damn, like I wonder what's going on in that scene that he looks so like hurt, whatever. And it looks like that he's upset about something happening or someone whatever. But I think this trailer was really good. It's a little short, but I mean it's a teaser trailer, cool. I'm excited for it. I never had any problems with the obviously Guardians. The first one is a classic. Some people have their opinions about Guardians too. I mean, I liked it. And then of course you have them in the Infinity War and Endgame, and then you have them briefly in Thor.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. Well, any thoughts or anything that stood out to you with this trailer?
I mean, yeah, to kind of point out real quick though too, because a friend of ours brought it up when we were at our Christmas party, and he's like, "You think it's gonna be the last one? Because they always end with 3 and done."
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's kind of a little hard to say because I mean, I think the only one that's gone past 3 is Thor.
Right, and then also, I mean, well, I guess in a sense too. I mean, I guess you could say Captain America, but it's a different, different person playing him. But yeah. Thor's been the only one that's gone past 3.
Yeah, well, as the original character.
Yeah.
So there's definitely gonna be some characters that are not gonna come back, whether they die or they go off and do something else. I mean, Steve Rogers didn't die; he just went back in time and got old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really feel that this is gonna be my tearjerker one. I was hoping Wakanda Forever was gonna be that movie.
Yeah.
Again, it did have some of those moments, but it wasn't a like really tearjerker. God damn it, have you on? But yeah, I think this is definitely gonna be one because Guardians was like definitely like my top favorite of the Marvel movies, and to see him go, it's gonna be hard. It'll be hard too because I can see Zoe Saldana definitely leaving. Her character parting ways. There's like that slim chance that Chris Pratt could still keep going.
Yeah.
I think Bradley Cooper wouldn't mind keep voicing
easy gig
Rocket because it's easy. It's not much going on there. Drax could be another one that could just go. They could keep him, but they could but he's been doing a lot of stuff too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. This one's definitely gonna keep my mind. I'm trying to keep my mind open with things and wanting to let go of certain characters, but at the same time it would be hard because I've kind of grown to love these characters.
Yeah. And I mean, there's also the chance too that Mantis could be the one that dies, especially after what we got with the Christmas special and the review we got from the Christmas special. That could be a possibility of why Peter's in such distress or something.
No offense to Palm, but I could do without that.
I love her,
especially after what we found out in the Christmas special.
So yeah, I mean, I guess overall, I mean, obviously excited about this movie, and I guess if we just move on to the Christmas special because I don't know, seems like you have some thoughts about it.
What do you mean, like some thoughts about it?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're
kind of talking down about it. I mean, you're kind of talking down about it. I mean, what
I wasn't talking down about it.
I don't know. Oh, no. I loved it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
You liked it? You didn't love it?
I didn't love it.
Oh, see, now you hated it.
No. See, you're just putting words in my mouth now. Just put your beer in your mouth.
No, I actually was pleasantly surprised with the Christmas special. And I thought it was super charming. There was some really funny moments in it. I loved it. Like I thought again. I when it was finished, I'm like, I really like that. As far as Christmas things go, like I thought that was super on point, super charming, and I dug it. So tell us why you hated it.
Did not hate it. It was silly, but I did not hate it. Do not put words in my mouth. I'll put beer in my mouth right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did get some reviews. Oh, he's going for it. Okay.
Because I'm ready to do the other one.
Okay. Well, I'll finish this. I'll let Steven, bring out his big boy, and then we'll get back to this.
Oh, yeah. So,
Stop this.
So, the one that we had, the first beer we had earlier was the one that Eddie won from the White Elephant at our
Christmas party.
Seven Settles Christmas party. The one I got that I stole is it's another Texas beer. It's from Jester King here in Austin, Texas. Not here, but in Austin, Texas. It's called the Mr. Mingo's Raspberry Edition. It's pretty cool. It looks like me sitting in front, just chilling with some flamingos.
So tell us what type of beer is it, because it's a mouthful.
Yeah. So this one is a farmhouse ale brewed with hibiscus and milk sugar and re-fermented.
Jeez.
With, I can't even say that. Something vanilla beans and raspberries. So that's what grabbed my attention. Because the beer I won last year was a barrel-aged raspberry sour.
Razzmatazz. It was good.
And that was a really good one. This one is definitely not a sour. It's definitely an ale. It's got hibiscus in it with some vanilla beans and raspberries. I'm not sure what the milk sugar is, but that's, okay.
It's coming at 6.6.
Yeah, 6.6. It's a pint. That's a big ass pint.
I know.
And it says it's a pint, but it's a big ass pint. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this bad boy open right now and see how that goes. I'm really interested to see what it looks like. And I just want to point out, I saw the top, dude. That top looks fucking badass, dude.
Cool.
Dude. Check that out. Let's see if I can do a close up here. So I don't know if you can see it, but damn, dude, that top looks fucking badass. So yeah, check it out. And again, if you want to go visit this brewery there in Austin, Texas, I'm gonna try not to bend this too much because I want to save that top. But yeah, go check them out, see what they're all about, and tell them that you heard about them on this podcast called Geeking and Drinking. Maybe they'll invite us. Oh, I'm gonna have to bend it. I saved it. Got it. Boom.
Yep.
So let's see here.
Oh, there you go. There's a nice color to it.
For half right now, let me give you some.
Ooh, I can smell it already.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
It was like a raspberry shake.
It doesn't even look like real milky or anything.
Nah.
And I can't remember, like, when we buy, like, the lactose ones or the not lactose. Right, is it lactose? The ones from Martin House?
Oh, yeah, lactose, yeah.
Yeah, do those look real creamy? I can't really remember.
Honestly, not really. Ooh, some stuff floating around in it.
Oh, there's some stuff floating around it. All right, there we go. Sorry, R2, we're going to put this in front of you. There we go. All right, look at that. That looks pretty interesting. Don't mind the stuff floating around in there. There's always...
yeah.
Ooh, here we go.
All right, let's go. Sour.
Yeah, that's weird. It does have a sourness to it.
Very sour.
It's not too sour.
No, it's more tart.
Yeah, like a sourness.
Yeah.
Not sure what that milk sugar is, but I was kind of hoping to kind of taste it. And I don't really taste too much vanilla. You would think, vanilla it's kind of a little overpowering.
Yeah.
But, I guess depending on how much you use.
I guess maybe because it was re-fermented with the strawberry. Oh, no, because it was re-fermented with the vanilla bean, right?
Yeah, with the vanilla bean.
Yeah, re-fermented with the vanilla beans and raspberry. I think the raspberry is really, really...
Yeah, you can definitely taste the raspberries,
really
and you can definitely feel that hibiscus.
Yeah. It's interesting.
So, this is actually good. I'm actually glad I got this one. Because there was a couple other ones I was eyeballing, too. And this is the first one I was really into, so glad I got this one.
Yeah, I'm glad someone stole the one I got.
I know he was all like, I regret getting this one. I don't want it. And I was trying to help him. I was like, again, you get the sock. Because it came in like a little sock thing.
Yeah, it looked like a Frosty. He was pretty cool.
He's like, you can have the beer. I want to keep the sock.
Yeah. But there was a guy sitting next to us, and he's all like, because some other guy stole it from me, So then I picked up another beer, and then the guy at the table next to us, he sold it from the other guy, and he's all like, I was eyeballing it since you got it. I'm like, more power to you, man. I'm all good. I was like, I got something I really like, so it was good. I like the one I like, and that was really fun. I really liked that. I expected that much, from a home brewers club. A lot of people bringing some interesting and delicious beers, so it was pretty good.
So let me tell you why I did not hate Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. It was silly, it was fun, it was different, but the whole premise of it was trying to make Chris Pratt's character Peter Quill happy, because they thought that the whole time he's never had a good Christmas during his childhood.
Yeah. I liked how it started off with the little animation.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. Like classic kind of old school animation.
That was cool. It was cool that Michael Rooker came back and voiced Yondu. Hey, boy. Would you have preferred a live action though? Kind of.
No, because
just to see Yondu.
No, because I liked. Obviously, I liked it because it brought that. It's a Christmas special. So it brought that kind of like what I kind of thought about was like old Charlie Brown type of animation, whatever. So I like that part of it, the Christmas special, and I think what James Gunn wanted to do, like he kind of like took inspiration from the Star Wars holiday, special from back in the day, and he's like, I want to do something like that. So and the only reason why I didn't want to see a live action Yondu back is because we got his send out in Guardians 2, which was probably one of the most emotional things in these movies. So, but it was still nice to hear his voice,
I would have liked it to have the animation, and then the way it ended with the animation transition to live action.
Yeah,
I think that would have kind of been.
That would have been cool for especially the last scene, where because, and it's spoilers. I mean, if you haven't seen it, come on, go watch it. But that too is like 44 minutes. It's real short, and there are stuff to spoil about this. But again, we're just gonna talk about it. The last scene, because basically it starts off with Kraglin kind of telling the story of a young Peter, a young Peter Quill, that he was he obviously he's from Earth, so he's at this time it's Christmas on Earth, he's kind of in the Christmas spirit, but Yondu, Yondu is just not having it. He's all, we don't do that up here, boy, cut it out or whatever. So I guess that kind of starts off the whole Christmas special, because like Steven said, they're just trying to put him, they're trying to give him a good Christmas. To find out at the end that Peter's like, no, kind of Yondu.
That's not how it ended.
Yeah. Yondu, actually, he kind of came through, and that's how Peter got his guns. He gave him the double guns, and then Peter gave him that little squishy things that he likes. The little trinkets that he likes. He got him that, which ultimately he was buried with in Guardians 2. So yeah, it would have been cool for it to it was animation. It would have been cool for it to while they're flying on the ship, just to transition to live action. That would have been cool. I agree with that. But nonetheless, I thought it was still sweet. This was a very much Mantis and Drax heavy, Christmas special, and which again I really liked. I like Palm, Clement, Tef as Mantis. I think she's super sweet, super charming, and Drax is just hilarious. I think he's so funny, and I like how she always Drax, we can't be doing that here. Always getting after him. He's over here beating up a GoBot, which apparently is canon now. GoBots. He said they killed my cousin. He's over here punching a fucking GoBot and stuff. I thought it was pretty funny, and then. Yeah, man, and then I guess there's two really kind of significant reveals. Basically, the Guardians that we know them now bought Nowhere, which is that celestial head, from the Collector. So now they they own it. That's their
Well, they didn't buy it from the Collector. Collector died, so
that's the thing too. I was I thought he died, but. we never necessarily saw him die on screen. So I don't know. Maybe he's still alive, but again, they said they bought it from the collector. And then we get I guess the biggest review is that like Mantis is Peter Quill's sister. From what's the name? From Eagle. Yeah. So I thought that was really sweet. That like she was kind of scared to tell him, and then when she finally tells him, he's like, "Well, that's the greatest gift of all." I'm like, "Oh, that's super cute," So I thought that was really sweet. I loved at the end how they're all getting their gifts, from each other. And Rocket gets Bucky's arm. Yeah. I laughed at that. And you know what's stupid too? The internet sucks, bro. Fuck the internet. Because people on the internet are like, well, how did Nebula get Bucky's arm? Because Bucky would destroy Nebula. Like, shut up, bro. Like, it's the fucking Christmas special. It's funny. Like, get over it. I'm pretty sure he can get another arm from the Wakandans. Like, it's just funny because it's a callback from fucking Infinity War. Yeah. How much for the gun? Not for sale. How much for the arm? He just looks and goes, "Oh, get that arm." And Rocket always kind of gets what he wants. So I thought that was hilarious. Like that he got Bucky's arm, and then like Groot gives everybody the the little
kind of like wooden statues.
Yeah, wooden like statues and everything. And he gives one to Kraglin, and it's like.
Kraglin opening, Kraglin.
It's just I thought that was so funny. It was good. I liked it. I thought it was a fun time. What do you think about Kevin Bacon?
I think he did good. He was cool. He did really good on it. He definitely gave some perspective into the holiday special, and it's like, you know what, honey, I'm gonna be late.
Yeah. I also like he's like, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
And they're like, who's Batman? But I think like one of the funniest lines was like, "Oh yeah, like all actors are pieces of shit" or something like. So it was good. Like I had some good laughs.
We'll get him a crappy actor.
Crappy actor. We hate you. It was so funny. I really enjoyed it. It got me back into that Guardians, kind of feeling like I love this, now I want to go back and watch the Guardians movies. And it also, just kind of, gets me excited for Volume 3, So it was a good time, man. Good time.
Yeah, and that's why I liked it. I did not like it. It was good. It was silly, but it's the Guardians. The Guardians have always kind of been that silly group.
Yeah.
So that's what I've liked about them.
But you didn't love it. You didn't love it.
I loved it more than I loved Andor.
Oh, shots
fired.
You love it more than you love Thor.
Definitely.
Yeah, Thor's not that good. They should have stopped at 3.
No, it's not that they should have stopped at 3. It's just as good as 3 did, they're really trying to push that comedic into this.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to push it. And I was just like, okay, we get it. Yes, Thor's a meathead. He's funny. Which kind of started making me appreciate the first 2 more.
So I also too, I was thinking about earlier because you were mentioning like 3s, this movie's 3s. I mean, we are getting the 3rd Ant-Man movie.
That's another one too, and we just got a new trailer for that too. Sort of.
It was a little new footage.
Yeah.
Definitely, that one is gonna be very interesting.
One that I'm excited about. One thing, and it's not Marvel or Star Wars, but one that I recently just saw on social media that I'm excited that they're actually going forward with it, and DC's not scrapping it, and they finally released a poster of it. Is Blue Beetle. Mm-hmm. I'm super excited for that one. That one was actually going to be a straight go-to HBO Max movie.
Yeah. Now
they're going to release it in theater. So, like, that's fucking badass. So, that's cool. Still fucking pissed off about the Batgirl. But, and I'm sorry for you guys that want to see this movie, but fuck Avatar.
Yeah. I'm just not excited for that movie at all.
Not at all.
I'm going to go see it. Like, I already got tickets to go see it.
Ugh.
But, yeah, I'm just like, eh.
And definitely excited to see Tom Clancy's Jack Reacher Season 3 is going to be coming out. With
Season 3? Jeez.
Yeah. John Krasinski.
So. Smoke show. But
is there anything else? What else do we get?
No, I mean that's it. I mean like
Magic Mike's Last Dance, dude. We didn't talk about that one, bro.
oh, God.
Selma Hayek, dude.
Yeah, no, I mean that was it. That was all trailers, and the two things we want to talk about. Yeah.
I think that's about it, man. Saw the last episode of The Walking Dead, and the spin-offs are gonna be coming out. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And like I said, the next episode we shoot, we're gonna have a special guest on. We are gonna be talking about Wednesday, just the whole season, and spoilers, everything. And I think we're also gonna be getting like our best and worst of the year. It's our last episode of the year, so we're gonna talk about everything we watch. It's kind of hard to believe that like Batman came out this year, and like other some other movies.
The next episode may or may not be our last episode. I don't want to throw that out there because we are also planning to do another on location episode, but I'm not sure if we're going to do it this year or wait till beginning of next year. I need to get in contact with the restaurant / brewery that we're gonna be doing the interview with to see what would be a best time for them. They're super excited to have us, and the other thing too is that they just started brewing their own beer, so that's the other thing that we want to try to work in is that if we could get a taste test as well of their new beer. So
sounds exciting. But yeah, guys,
I don't want to say who it is yet, but when it happens, you'll see.
Yeah. Usually we're always like the beers we have, like check them out, whatever. If you could find any of these beers, but probably the one you could probably find the most, if anything, right now, is the Pantera Becoming Bock beer. It is a limited edition, so as I'm saying, maybe you can find it, maybe not. But if you can, this is actually a really good Bock. I second that.
Go visit Freetail. Check out some of their beers. They got some new ones that have been coming out. Some that are also just straight into brewery, so check them out. And then head up to Austin. Go check out Jester King. This one was really good too.
Yeah. And just a quick shout out. If you guys are at all interested in home brewing or learning more about brewing your own beer or this and that, I highly suggest you checking out the San Antonio Cerveceros. I know Steven is a member, and they have monthly meetings.
Yes. Every last Monday of the month.
Yeah.
At the Shriner.
So we personally know Dan, who is the president of the club. He helped us brew our first two batches of the same beer, which was first one was good, second one was even better. And we really want to get back into it. So he taught us kind of how to do it. It's been a while, but it was good seeing him. Everybody there was awesome. It was a good vibe. So if you guys are at all interested in like wanting to brew your own beer, learning about it, like I highly suggest checking it out. I'm not sure if the meetings are open to the public, but if they are, you could peep in or whatever, and just
I don't think they're not open to the public, but I think if you know someone who's a member, they can take you just so you can kind of see what's going on. And at that point you can decide if you want to become a member or not. It's not just about home brewing. We do volunteer work for some of the beer events that go on. We also go represent a lot of the breweries because not a lot, but some of the breweries that have opened here in San Antonio have also been members of the Cerveceros. And have gone on to open up their own brewery. There's just a lot more to it than just doing home brews. It's a community. It's one thing that why Eddie and I started this podcast, not just so that we could just talk geek stuff about movies and TV shows, but because of the beer and how the beer. Craft beer is, just more than craft beer. It's a community. It's a way to make friends and become a family and stuff like that. And people enjoying other beers outside of what other people drink. Outside of your regular other main corporation stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, check it out. We'll put a link in the description, you know, so you guys check it out and stuff like that. But yeah, man, again, and also too, you know, thanks for, you know, for watching, you know, thanks for tuning in. You know, if you know someone that likes the stuff we talk about, someone who likes craft beer, you know, send it their way. You know, if you feel so inclined, leave a comment, you know, let us know how we're doing. Leave a like on the video. You know, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. We're obviously on YouTube, so you know, give us a follow, subscribe. You know, like I said, you know, leave a comment, like.
You know, we're trying to expand a lot more too. So if you know anyone that's, you know, doing craft beers and you think they would be a good fit in you know, doing like an interview with the show, let us know. If there is actually a beer out there that you feel that we haven't introduced yet, or a brewery that we haven't introduced yet, let us know, and we'll find a way to you know, either set something up with that brewery or get beers from that brewery.
Yeah.
So you know, we're real open to, you know, doing you know, trying new stuff, trying new breweries. So.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Well, we're gonna head out, and you know, we'll see you next episode. You know, thanks for tuning in. You know, this is Geekers Drinking. I'm Eddie.
I'm Steven.
And we'll see you guys later. Cheers.